W-H-I-T-N-E-Y.
Who's that girl?
It's Whitney Reynolds.
Oh, she's got a show. Catch it on the weekends. Every single Saturday, right at noon. On Chicago's NBC 5.2.
Hello and welcome to Weekends with Whitney. I'm your host, Whitney Reynolds, and today we are kicking off a series called Life on the Edge, which is kind of some shows that you're going to see throughout the year where we do some extreme stuff. We're here at Skydive Chicago today. Rook Nelson, welcome to the show. You actually are the owner. You've been here since you were literally born.
Pretty much, so yeah.
I love it. Now, guys, this is actually in Ottawa, Illinois, and we came here in a zip car today, which is so much fun. It was so easy, and we just all loaded up in a van with all of our equipment. So much fun. So we made it. We're here at Skydive Chicago. What are we in for today?
You're in for the best experience you can have in Chicago.
Ooh! You know what's really funny is I kind of am afraid of heights.
You know, a lot of people say that, but this is going to sound weird. We're going to be so high in the air that it isn't even going to matter.
You're not even going to remember what's happening because your adrenaline's going to go through the roof.
Exactly.
I've heard so many stories lately. I know I've been talking with some of our fans on Facebook and Twitter. They've been posting pics about all this, and they said it's a life-changing experience.
Absolutely.
Why would you say it is a life-changing experience?
You know, it's something you can't really explain to anybody. People are like, what is it like to jump out of an airplane? What does it feel like? And I'm like, well, here's the sign-up sheet.
Here's the sign-up sheet. Now, you actually went for your first jump at 4 years old.
I did. I forgot to take the trash out, and Mom and Dad are like, get in that airplane, and they took me for a skydive when I was 4 years old.
Now, was this always their facility, or was this something that you started?
This is a family business. Mom and Dad are both retired, and, you know, I thought it'd be cooler than standing in a toll booth or, you know.
Yeah. I mean, this is awesome. I know that whenever we pulled up, I mean, it's kind of like your own little factory out here. It's so much fun. Yeah, you got planes going on. Now, you actually know how to fly the planes, too.
I do. Sometimes, well, you know, my perfect day at work, I don't have to do anything but jump. But sometimes I got to fly. Sometimes I sit at a desk. But yeah, I was flying today.
Now, I'm actually going to do a tandem jump.
Yes.
Now, what does that mean? Like, someone's going to be strapped to me in case I forget how to pull a parachute. They do it?
Correct. It's the best way to do your first jump. You know, we're going to put you with a licensed skydiver that knows what they're doing, fully rated for USPA, United States Parachute Association, and they've gone through certain testing. And you got to remember, this is what these guys do for a living. Like, every single day, day in and day out, they're jumping, and they're just pretty much, you're just a number waiting for the next person to go and waiting for the next person to go because they like to jump a lot, and so do we.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, how many people come through on an average day, or let's say an average year? How many people come through this place?
We'll do about 8,500 first-time tandems in a year, or in our season, because obviously we don't open in the winter.
Right.
And on a given Saturday, there's as many as 200 first-timers going a day.
Oh my goodness.
It's a circus. Yeah, it's fun.
That is a circus. That is crazy. It's kind of just shuffling through, right?
Pretty much. It's a factory.
This is. I love it. So let's talk about, you actually have a gold medal in jumping.
Yeah.
What is a gold medal in jumping, folks? What is it?
I survived.
Then I better get a gold medal.
That's right. We're actually minting it right now.
Okay. So how did you get this gold medal?
We jump with teams, and we go to regional competitions, we go to world competitions, and it's, you know, it's a lot of people don't know that there's actually competitive skydiving. Most people are like, well, you survived, you got the check on your list, you're good. Yeah. But then there's ways to do it. You know, you can compete with teams, do formations, the most different types of formations you can do in a certain amount of time, and then you have a camera guy film the whole thing like you're going to have on your tandem today.
Oh, yay, and a camera guy is going to be with us.
Yeah, your own paparazzi.
Yeah. Oh, that's so much fun. And so the gold medal, was it hard to achieve? Was it something that you would say is definitely something that you checked off your bucket list?
I wouldn't check it off. I want another one, you know, like anybody.
He wants more. Love it.
True American, right?
That's right. I love it. So where can people, if they want to come out and try this, where can they come and do it?
Sure. You can come to Skydive Chicago. I mean, there's facilities all over the U.S., but this place is obviously the best, right?
Yeah, and on oh, absolutely. All we've done is pulled in so far, but I know by the end of the jump, I will be signing back up for another one.
Yes, perfect.
And then you can actually see the skyline sometimes on a very clear day, right?
When it's clear, you can see the skyline. Unfortunately, when it's warm, it gets a little hazy like any city would, but, you know, we're far enough outside of the city so we don't affect Midway or O'Hare.
Oh, that's perfect.
We kind of got our own playground, so it works well.
With the NATO summit, did you have any struggles?
You know, we're just outside that TFR for Obama and all those guys, so we got to play all day long and everybody else sat in traffic.
Gotcha. I love it. Okay, well, I cannot wait for my jump.
Yes.
Coming up next, guys, we are actually going to take the course. We are going to figure out how to do it safely, securely, so I can land and get my gold medal.
That's right.
Or at least a certificate, right?
Of course.
Okay, guys, we'll be right back. This portion of Weekends with Whitney is brought to you by Landmark Limousines, the official limousine provider for Weekends with Whitney. When you want to get where you need to go in style, look no further than Landmark Limousine. Landmark Limousine Service offers reliable, affordable luxury Chicago Mercedes-Benz limo transportation for the city of Chicago, the entire Chicago area, and surrounding suburbs, including transportation to and from O'Hare Airport and Midway Airport. Landmark Limousine offers the best prices on limousine transportation, including Mercedes-Benz sedans. For more information and to reserve your luxury transportation experience, visit landmarklimo.com or call 1-800-809-9008. Hello and welcome back to Weekends with Whitney. I'm your host, Whitney Reynolds. I got my aviators on. I am ready to fly. I'm here with my tandem partner and also instructor who's going to teach us a little bit about this jump that's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, we're here at Skydive Chicago. How many jumps do you do per day?
Well, on the busy times, we'll do 10 to 15 on the weekends, total around 60 a week.
So this isn't overwhelming right now to you having to teach a class about safety and everything that could come with a jump.
This is what we do every day.
I love that.
So down here, this is our main parachute. So this is what we're going to be using today.
That's my life source.
That is your live source, yeah. And in case this one doesn't work, we're going to get rid of it and pull out a reserve parachute, which is up here.
Okay, great.
And if we're having too much fun up there and forget to pull anything, there's a little thing called an AAD, automatic activation device. That little computer will kick in, and out comes a parachute.
I am so happy to see all this. So in your class, what do you tell the folks? Like, what are some of the key things that you reiterate to people?
All right, well, the biggest thing about skydiving is one is relaxing, enjoying everything. And in a nice big arch, so you're gonna put your hips forward like that, lean back, and let the air just take you.
That's what we're gonna do out of the plane?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, okay, so just relax, get settled. What else do you tell? I mean, like, do I have to do any work when I'm jumping out of the plane?
Well, we try to get people here at Skydive Chicago incorporated with the jump. So not only are you just gonna arch, but you're gonna put your hands out in that lazy W position like this. We're gonna give you an altimeter so you can check your altimeter. And then at 5,500 feet, we're gonna give you an opportunity to pull the parachute yourself.
When I first arrived at Skydive Chicago, it was one of those moments that I didn't start feeling the gut-wrenching pain of what I was about to do until we parked the car and I saw people with their gear on. That's when the reality that I was about to jump out of a plane hit me. Exactly what I do whenever we fall out.
Yep. Perfect, yeah. Okay. 2 taps on your shoulder, you're gonna look over your harness, put your hands in that lazy W.
Oh yeah.
Do you have it? So right there. Check. Then I'm gonna give you a thumbs up.
Walking in and seeing the plane that I would potentially be jumping out of was crazy because we were gonna go thousands of feet in the air in that little bitty plane and then throw me out. I don't think I was prepared for that one.
A big thumbs up, like no fear skydiving, or huge fear skydiving.
Huge fear.
Yeah, right on.
It scares me. I'm so scared.
All
This
right.
is scary.
Yeah. Yeah, right on. What could possibly go wrong, right?
When I was in the class, I really got scared just with all the statistics they were throwing out and the truth of the fact that this is something very scary and to be taken very seriously. You are putting your life at risk, but at the same time, it is a life-changing experience. After training and then suiting up and seeing my name on the screen, it was time to get in that plane. And at that point, my nerves really, really kicked in. I was a nervous Betty. I just couldn't believe what I was about to do. And I went ahead and sent out all my farewell text, just in case. When they were putting all of the equipment on and we were putting on the gear for skydiving, I really felt like I was in the movie Top Gun, just getting prepared for the task at hand. I felt like they couldn't have got it tight enough, and I wanted to make sure that all the straps were secure.
Perfect. Awesome. Wow, they're dueling. And away we go. Yeah, right here. All right.
Leaving the ground made me feel like I was leaving my parents, which is also known as my crew.
When I saw my team of camera people and my senior producer and everyone's waving goodbye, the chills set in on what I was about to do, and knowing that I would not see them again until after I jumped out of the plane. Whew, it was a doozy.
Coming up next is the big jump. What you've all been waiting for, but will I do it? Find out right after this break. This episode of Weekends with Whitney is supporting a Safe Haven Foundation's run to end homelessness, which takes place at beautiful Douglas Park on July 15th. Weekends with Whitney's crew and I are on the team, The Fultz Effect, and are already raising funds to help people get their lives back on track. Have you signed up for your team yet? Join me and the W3 team in the nation's largest run to end homelessness. Visit runtoendhomelessness.com to sign up and run or walk for a cause this summer. Do you want to be on my team? Make sure to pick the Fultz Effect team when you get ready to join. I'll see you at the race. I'll have my running shoes on. Leaving the ground made me feel like I was leaving my parents, which is also known as my crew. When I saw my team of camera people and my senior producer and waving goodbye, the chills set in on what I was about to do, and knowing that I would not see them again until after I jumped out of the plane. Whew, it was a doozy. Climbing 13,500 feet in the air in a little bitty plane was very nerve-wracking. I could feel my ears, the pressure come in, my ears started popping, and on top of that I had constant chill bumps because I was so nervous. It wasn't the fact that I was chilly, it was more of my reflexes kicking in, for this is not normal. I kept asking my tandem partner, I said, "Are you sure we're hooked in?" And he said, "No, we're not hooked together yet." And that's what really made me nervous, is we weren't connected yet. So I wanted to make sure somewhere in that plane that we got connected and he knew exactly what he was doing.
All right, there's one. There's two. Going for three. There it is. And there's four. All right, Whitney, we're all hooked up. We're ready to jump out of this airplane.
Yeah, are you sure we're hooked?
You're ready to go skydiving?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'll see you outside.
But just the reality of the door opening and the fact that I'm about to hurl my body outside of a plane was not a natural feeling. When I saw the person barrel out in front of me and see their little body fly towards Earth with no parachute out yet, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I don't think I can do it. And I looked at my tandem partner at that moment and he said, "You're up next, kid." And so I thought, here we go. Taking the leap out of the plane was one of those surreal moments where you let go. And I've been told my whole life that some things you just have to let go and let nature take over. But in this instance, I mean, it was the real deal. I had to fully let go and take in this moment, take in this time where I'm flying 13,000 feet above air just towards Earth with no parachute out of that moment. I mean, it makes you really think about what's important in life. And I would have to say it really was something that did change the way I just kind of view life. Not that it's gonna end tomorrow or anything like that, but it is one of those surreal moments when you say, okay, let's just see how this goes. Seeing the ground come towards me made me feel great. I knew I was eventually gonna land down there. I just wasn't sure how fast and when. I was terrified the whole time. Okay.
Woo! How was that?
That was great.
You did awesome!
It's working, parachute working. Oh, wow. The parachute's could almost see Chicago. I mean, the name is Skydive Chicago, but I felt like I could almost see the skyline from where we were at, even though we were over an hour away. When it came time for the landing, I could see my team down there with their cameras, and it was almost a sense of relief that there's my family and I'm coming home. And so we were coming in, and the reality of landing and touching down felt great. But also, I was kind of nervous because it feels like you're gliding, but in reality, you're coming in pretty fast. So I got kind of nervous about how fast we were coming in and making sure that I had my feet ready for that landing.
Hey, you did it. Nice job. So what'd you think of that? High-speed adventure, huh?
High-speed adventure.
What was your favorite part?
When I felt the parachute come out.
All right, slow things down a bit.
Jumping out of the plane, looking at all this wonderful stuff. I'm still in shock.
All right, the question would be, would you ever do this again?
Yes.
Right on.
Yeah, I'd probably eat less peanuts next time.
Well, thank you for jumping at Skydive Chicago.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the air. Good job.
Guys, I totally just jumped out of a plane. Most people want to stay in the plane, but for some reason, we decided to jump out of them today, and it was the most awesome experience I could imagine. As I was going up, it really, I think I was singing church hymns the whole way up, and I really just thought about, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But it's really not. You can do it as many times as you want to, because it really is so great. And then my biggest concern up there was making sure I was connected to my instructor, because we weren't connected before we went in. So I was so scared about not being fully connected. And then jumping out of the plane and just free falling was crazy. I have to say I've never felt anything like it. And I would totally do it again. I feel like I still can't believe I did it. I'm still just whew, deep breaths, deep breaths. Life on the Edge, the series that Weekends with Whitney is doing, is crazy, and we really kicked it off right. So I'm glad we did it. I mean, this was amazing. I just have so much adrenaline, I think, is the biggest thing. I think, whew, I can't believe it. Yeah, this is one of those experiences. Yeah.
Why did I just jump out of a plane? Well, coming up next, we're going to tell you the cause that had me leaping thousands of feet from the aircraft. Want more of Weekends with Whitney? Well, now here's your chance. You can follow our every move on Facebook. Just simply search Weekends with Whitney, or find me on Twitter at W3Whitney.
The adrenaline is flowing. Everything's going through my veins, guys. I just landed. This is crazy. I got my gear off. I am just literally through the roof right now. I can't even explain it. I think they got a little bit of it on camera, but I mean, whenever I landed, the first thing that came through my mind is thank goodness for that parachute, and thank goodness for a great instructor and a great tandem partner. Absolutely. And what a great facility. Skydive Chicago is just absolutely amazing. I literally am talking a million miles an hour because I'm so excited. The adrenaline's just going.
Oh yeah.
I know. I feel like it's one of those highs that is just, I heard that it can last up for 2 hours is what,
and then you want to go again and again and
again. And again. Yeah, no, I absolutely just so excited that I'm back on the ground, safe and sound, but at the same time that I got to do a life-changing experience.
Absolutely. And some people say that. They jump out of the airplanes and they're like, my life's never going to be the same again. And you land, you're pumped up, it's super exciting.
It is. Here we are. I know. Is this why you love it? Whenever you see people do it for the first time?
You get super feedback from everybody, especially under canopy, and they're screaming and yelling, and you hear the yahoos out of the airplane. I mean, why would you not want to do this?
Absolutely. I know for me, there's a picture that hopefully everyone at home is getting to see, but it's literally me like clenching on, and my guy's like, we're doing this whether you want to or not. But of course I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like I was ready to go, but I got so nervous in the thick of it all,
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
Here we go.
crossed. And you were so right whenever you talked earlier about the cameraman, because there was a cameraman with me the whole time.
Paparazzi, you can't hide from him.
He was so good and so skilled at what he does. I mean, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he stays about 3 or 4 feet away from you the whole time while you're going 120 miles an hour.
Woo.
Yeah.
And he even did some spins with us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Bonus ride.
Yeah, bonus ride. So today we actually were jumping for diabetes. That's why I've been wearing this shirt all day today, guys. It's absolutely amazing. What is going on with Jump for Diabetes?
Yes, Jump for Diabetes started out with Ashley and Richard coming out here and talking to me about wanting to do this great fundraising project for them. It's a non-for-profit. The proceeds go to the Juvenile Research Diabetes Association. And they come out here and they have great raffles for us too, especially for people in the industry. They give away upwards of $10,000 in prizes and everything that donors give to the foundation and everything.
Wow, that's awesome.
They got a great website, jumpfordiabetes.org.
Jumpfordiabetes.org. And if people want to get involved with Jump for Diabetes, what are they doing? Like what for us today, we're raising awareness. We wore this shirt. We're talking about it with you guys. But what would the normal person that's jumping for diabetes be doing?
Absolutely. There's 2 dates that we have where we have an actual Jump for Diabetes day. They can come out here, get pledges, and do that goes towards the association, and they can do a jump. What better way to do it? Get a skydive and help a good cause.
I love that. I always love, this Life on the Edge series is really exciting for Weekends with Whitney, because we're going to be doing a lot of fun things, but for the most part, like I always want to do fun things that make a difference. So the Jump for Diabetes is totally doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So now that you're involved with it, is this the first year, or is
this will be our second year that we're doing
year?
Yeah, and it's growing every year, which is good. People are, it's fun. It's unfortunate that more and more people are like, oh my God, I know somebody, and then it's knowing a family member. And
absolutely. I definitely have a couple of people that run through my mind right now. Yeah. So how many people do you have coming out for the jump? Is it one day or a couple days?
It's usually a weekend.
Okay.
And then it's usually a weather day. Unfortunately, it rains sometimes, so we have a Saturday and a Sunday planned for it.
Gotcha.
And if people just want to come out and be a part of the event, they can do that. Make donations to it. And,
that is so wonderful.
Just watch the jumpers. Maybe just go for a ride in the airplane, but you can be a part of the event.
Now, talking more about your facility out here at Skydive for Chicago, you have swing sets, you have planes. I see some food. I mean, you have a lot going on out here. Is it an event on the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, every weekend there's a few hundred people here. It's our little oasis in the middle of the cornfields out here in Ottawa.
Ooh.
And it's fun. There's planes going, there's parachutes in the sky, there's spectators, there's the barbecue grills going. So it really is like a vacation from the city. But yet it's a fun spot to go.
It was such an easy drive too.
Yeah,
our zip car got us right here today. It was so fast and easy, and literally right outside the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you actually have some bars here too.
Yeah, I mean, after you're done, there's nothing better than kicking back a cold one,
Woo! Now, we have not done that yet today, guys, but I'm telling you, I know, this has been just such a crazy experience. Do you have bands out here as well?
Yeah, bands, and the holidays we shoot off fireworks and everything. Yeah, it's a good time.
The whole shebang out here in Ottawa. I love it. Now, what do you have in your hand here?
I have your first jump certificate, proudly awarded to you today.
Yay! Yeah. Oh, I am so excited about this. It's going on a frame.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. This is one of many jumps to come. I absolutely had a great time. Where can people find out more about you? Do you have a website?
Absolutely, skydivechicago.com.
Skydivechicago.com. I know the Weekends with Whitney fan page and Twitter is going to be blowing up with pictures, so make sure to check that out too. Weekendswithwhitney.com, guys, for more info. And then Skydive Chicago.
Yeah.
Brooke, I'm telling you, I think this is going to become an annual thing for me.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, life-changing, at least adrenaline-pumping experience. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on another Whitney First. You guys are literally walking through life with me there at home, and I'm so excited to take you along with the journey. For more info on the show, go to weekendswithwhitney.com. We'll see you right back here next weekend.